Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. OBI is having their very first anniversary sale. We have a whole pile of knives and gear. We're going to open them up real fast and I'm going to show you all about them. There's some very cool stuff in here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You know I am. And here we go. We're going to get into it right now. And first on the docket, oh my goodness, I have the picture covered over because this knife is, okay, look, if you like over-the-top knives, and you know a lot of us knife collectors do, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, wait until you see, I mean, this is the definition of a chonker. Look, I'll go ahead and give you a hint. Look at this. This is going to be the Sentry #1 or the Sentry L1, and it comes with a cool patch. All these come with the cool patch. By the way, OBI is giving away a patch with everything you buy, and not to mention, for logging on, you get the free gift this month is a carbon fiber lanyard, and this right here, you can't tell right now, but this is reflective lanyard, so that is very cool for all you lanyard lovers, or if you have fixed blades or whatever. That is pretty sweet for a freebie. Okay, you've waited long enough. Now, this one does not come with a coin, but oh my gosh, here you go. This is the Sentry L1. Would you look at it? Just look at it in all of its centriness. Oh my goodness, check this out. It has some major good texture on those G10 scales. It feels very nice. It's not aggressive, it's just right. And can you tell that we have a monster blade inside these scales? There's just a little bit sticking up here where I think you might get an idea, but it does have a big spot for a lanyard. You can put the fancy new lanyard on that bad boy. This does not have a reversible clip. It is a deep carry clip, and there are no screws sticking out, so it's nice and flat. Nothing to grab a hold of your pocket or get snagged. And without further ado, let's get this bad boy out. Pow! Right in the kisser. More like ka-chunk. Oh yeah, look at that beast. This is a cleaver giant. It's 9.35 inches long. It has a 3.95 inch blade. And would you believe that it weighs 8.6 ounces? This thing is a monster. It has a very long thumb hole. A very large thumb hole and a flipper for deployment. It has a little bit of jimping on the flipper. The jimping doesn't do a whole lot. It's almost useless if you don't put the jimping all the way around the flipper tab. I don't know why companies don't do that, or they have it caught on, but maybe they just don't flip knives enough. But it comes ka-chunking out, and you can't have a blade this big without it being drop shutty. And if you want, you can open it with a swing, a little bit of gravity. And if you take a look here, it has really nice black stonewash on that D2 blade, and it is a chunk of a blade. But check this out. Even though it's not super robust, like super thick, it comes down to a very nice slicey edge. This would be a great camp knife, and look at this. It has great ergonomics. When you're chopped up here, it's very comfortable for your thumb to fit on the top of the spine. I have plenty of room for my fingers right here behind the heel of the blade. Or if you want to get back here and do a little chopping, you know, you could probably do some light chopping with this bad boy. It has the weight for it. You do have to go back this far right here to get past the detent ball before it's going to drop for you. My preferred method with this one is definitely the light switch, because man, it just comes thwacking out with authority. You can reverse flick it, and it's a heavy blade. I mean, if you're doing some fidgeting, you're going to be doing some heavy fidgeting. That's not what this is designed for. I think this would be a good camp knife or something to chop a little bit of kindling, pretty much anything you want to do. And these are really good price. All this stuff is like 15 to 20% off for their big sale. And for your finish, I mean, you can't go wrong. You have G10, you have T6, your hardware, left and right. I have a slight bit of play, 1 out of 10, up and down, nothing. So that left and right, I guarantee, is just a matter of making sure that that's tightened up a little more, which that should be covered in QC, but that's not a big deal. Now the ergos, I do have a nitpick with the ergos. See this spot right here and this spot right here? I'm not a big fan of when a knife handle forces my fingers to be where it wants my fingers. I think that's more of a thing where if you can try the knife beforehand, then you're going to know if it's comfortable. Now it does work. If I'm gripped back here, it does kind of work, but I have to hold it the way they want me to hold it. I prefer that you don't have these lumps. That way, no matter what size your hand is, it's gonna fit your fingers and you're not gonna have anything in the middle of your knuckles or the middle of your fingers. So that would be a nitpick. However, it is not bad. I don't hate it. It's not deterring me from using this knife or being able to enjoy it. It's just one thing that I will mention. Now, the action is very good. The ergos, they're good. They did a good job. They took off the edges of the G10, so that's very nice. There's nothing that's hurting my fingers other than these humps, which I believe, in my humble opinion, they would be better off without these right here and just maybe the first one for your index finger. But it fits very nice. It has good jimping. The jimping stops my finger. I like it. And these are only, during the sale, they're like 50 bucks. I think for $50, this would be an awesome knife to pull out of your pocket. Next up is a very impressive knife that I was like, oh, another one of those knives that looks so much cooler in person than on the website or the pictures. And check it out. This is going to be the Heron R1. And wait till you see it. It has Cerakote. It looks so cool. I don't even know if I have a knife that has Cerakote. Well, I do now. Are you ready for this? This is the O-Knife Heron R1. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its heronness. Now this is pretty cool. It has very good texture on the G10, milled vertical lines, and a few kind of, what do you call that, catty corner? It has a deep carry reversible clip. It is inset into the G10, so there's nothing to get in the way of your pocket or snag. I really do like the feel of it. And let me give you a little bit of texture vision. There you go. Can you see a little bit of the shadowing going on? And check it out. This is a crossbar lock. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Look at that. Now that is pretty sweet. This is a D2 blade, but with that Cerakote, you're not gonna have to worry about corrosion or anything because you are covered with that Cerakote. Oh, and by the way, check this out. This is a hollow ground blade. Yeah, you probably can't tell, you probably don't see the shadows, but that's a hollow ground, baby. And this one also has a captive pivot, and it has T6 body screws. You have a T8 for your pivot, and I'm telling you right now, because I've already had it out of the box, that this thing has really good action. Look at this. Oh yeah, can you feel it? Huh? Can you feel that? It works that well. I mean, it's just that good. The thumb studs work fantastic. This knife is like $51.99 to be exact during the sale. This is a perfect ambidextrous knife. So righty, lefty, I was gonna say righty love, lefty love. It is covered both ways. And guess what? The ergos on this one are phenomenal. My hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here. And from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And yeah, it feels good. I don't have any hot spots. They did a good job of rounding this off on the corner, just like I like. I had a couple recently in the last week or two that were a little square, a little 90-degree-ish. These are rounded off. I have no hot spots at all. And then it has some jimping, which leaves me wanting more, maybe because of the Cerakote, but it's not super grippy. And in my opinion, there's not enough of it. I believe there should be more jimping. So when you hold the knife like this, your thumb gets locked in, or at least you get a little more traction. It does have some traction, just not as much as I prefer. And then if you look up here, there is no sharpening choil. Your plunge grind ends right into the heel of the blade. So that may or may not be a concern, but for a $51 knife that is super lightweight, this weighs 3.45 ounces. It's 7 inches from tip to tip, and it has a 3.3-inch blade. This one has no side-to-side play, and then up and down, it doesn't move, but I can detect the slightest click. Like, it's barely detectable if I hold it just right. So I don't know if I could put that as a nitpick or not. But the ergos are great. The jimping, like I said, is done well. Just need a little bit more. And I like the rounded edges of the G10. This is a great everyday carry knife. I would love to carry this and have this in my pocket. Especially, it's balanced well and it's lightweight. I really like this one. And next up, we have something that is very cool. Check out, first of all, look at the case that it comes in. This case, you don't have to use for what's in it. You can use this for a knife or for any kind of nice EDC gear that you want to be sealed and taken care of. Wait till you see this thing. Yeah, check that out. Can you tell what this is? By the way, this is titanium, and this is an OTool Emergency titanium whistle with 2 locking blades. Okay, check it out. So it does have a whistle, and you're not going to taste metal if you use the whistle because this is titanium, so you're not going to have to worry about corrosion or anything like that. It's 100 decibels, and no, I'm not going to blow the whistle. And check it out. On this side, you have a hook blade, which, by the way, does lock when it comes out and when you deploy it. Look at that. And on the end of it, you have a little pry, or you could use this, you know, to open a pop can or whatever kind of drink or adult beverage that you're partaking. But this, you might be able to use this for a couple things in the field in an emergency, you know, do a little skinning, that kind of thing. This flathead screwdriver would definitely come in handy, and check it out. This is pretty cool. You have excellent lockup on this little hook blade. And I guess if you're really going to measure something that are you going to measure something that's up to 3 millimeters? I guess if you are, you're able to do that. You could mark something real small off. Now check out the blade on this side. This is a wicked little blade. And this is a really cool keychain type deal, or something you could have on a lanyard hanging off your backpack or something like that. But look at this. So the blade is sharpened on one side, not the other. And both of these blades, the blade steel is 10CR15 MOV steel. So you have good stainless steel blade on both of these little things. And this is a cool, if you are like me and you like all EDC gadgets, especially some titanium gadgets and things you can put in pouches or have hanging off of this or that. Oh, and look at that. It has a glass breaker. So it's kind of like an all-in-one little OTool. I think it is very cool. These are like 15% off right now. They're running $51. I think it is a very unique keychain gadget, and this is the kind of thing that sells out fast when OTool puts them up. And it also has a couple of these spots back here, and I'm pretty sure that's probably where you can put the little tritium deals that glow in the dark. I think it would look really cool with that. But I also like the added benefit of, if you have a really nice knife that you don't want to get messed up, you could use this for the knife or for your new OTool. So that is very cool. Now we have the two long boxes. Look at that, I can't even fit it in the frame. This is pretty cool. This is the Monsoon Series outdoor kitchen knife set from DreamMake, and I think it's pretty cool. If you didn't know, or you're new to the channel or new to EDC and knives and stuff like that, this is OBI. They are more geared towards outdoor type stuff. Outdoors, camping, sportsman type things, you know, some more, not rough and tumble, but more things that you would use maybe in a campsite if you're camping, or, you know, living it rough in your glamper. But this has two knives in one sheath. It is a leather sheath. It does have a loop back here for your belt, and this clip keeps both blades in. So when you take this off, you're able to take both of these blades out, which are pretty cool. That one would be really good for skinning fish. And then look at this. If you're doing some camping and you're chopping up anything, that is going to be very nice. Like for a kitchen camper. These both have very nice looking G10 handles. Check this out. The contouring on them is super nice. They look very good. They feel very good. I'm telling you right now that the ergos on both of these knives are fantastic. And by the way, the blade steel is 1.4116 stainless steel, which is pretty much, it's the same thing, or is X50 CR15. X50 CR MOV 15. Yeah, say that 10 times real fast. Let's see. Well, it does have the 1.4116 on this side. And this, by the way, look how thin this blade stock. This isn't like a giant heavy duty cleaver. This is a slicing machine. If you could take into consideration how thin this blade stock is and how far it has to travel to get all the way down to this edge, it is scary. And I mean scary sharp. And X50 sharpens up very easily. It's not the toughest, but it also isn't gonna break or crack on you like, let's say, a more brittle steel. It will bend or maybe roll, and it's easier to sharpen back up and put a very fine edge on it. This cleaver is 11 inches long. It has a 6.3 inch cutting edge. The blade is 2.48 inches high. I mean, it's 2.5 inches tall. That's a big boy right there. And the utility knife is 9 inches long. It has a 5.2 inch cutting edge. And check this out. It does have a little bit of bend to it. So if you're like me and you know how to fillet fish, you like to fillet, this you would be able to do some pretty good filleting, but still retain some rigidity. You know, it's always good when you retain some rigidity, right? But there you go. Oramake. And going all the way down. It's nice, simple design, and they are full tang. So it's a good steel. It's not a high-end steel. It's an affordable, like, camping kitchen knife type steel. And with it being this thin of a blade stock, you are going to get such a razor edge. And I can tell you, this is equally as sharp as this cleaver. You know, with fixed blades, it's hard to go wrong. They really have to mess up on a fixed blade to not have good ergonomics. And these are both perfect examples of that. See there, it has a nice landing pad up there. You know, that's almost, I guess, hey, would you call that a harpoon? It's kind of harpoony, kind of a harpoon fillet knife, but I think it's pretty cool. Not only for the, you know, the coolness factor and, you know, maybe you're a weekend warrior or you go camping once a year, something like that. I think this would be nice to have in the pack just for that, you know, just to have with you if you're going to make some breakfast or something like that while you're out camping. Those are pretty darn cool. And the set, while the O-Buy sale, the anniversary sale is going on, is running about $71.99 to be exact. And last, but certainly not least, wait until you see this. This is the first knife like this in my collection. This is a monolithic knife. You're like, what? Yeah, it's monolithic. By the way, I will have links in the description and in the comment section to all of these knives. And if you want to support the channel, you can use my links. Otherwise, you can go over to O-Buy. Don't support them, but I appreciate it if you do. And give me a thumbs up if you appreciate my content. And don't forget, share this video or share Beez Blades with a friend so they can discover the wild, wild world of knives. Now wait until you see what is special about this beast. I was very intrigued by this one, but first of all, it has like a Kydex sheath, which is adjustable. You can clip this on your belt. It is a clipper style. It is nice and tactile and very, very snappy. It's going to hold on very well. And I can tell you the knife is held in very well. It has good retention. It doesn't have a thumb ramp. I really appreciate it when these sheaths have a thumb ramp. This one, it works for your thumb. It just doesn't, it's not solid. But wait, okay, are you ready? This is a monolithic, or otherwise known as an integral, a completely integral knife. This is all one giant piece. This whole knife, including the handle, are 50 CR15 MOV. What do you think about that? Except for the end cap. Oh yeah. But let's take a quick look. Look at this. It has a very nice black stonewash on it. And you know, this isn't like, you know, it's not a D2 knife. You've actually got some 50 CR going on, which is pretty cool. And look it up here. Let's see. I guess you do have a little bit of room for sharpening, but I mean, this is not a lightweight knife. It's 9.15 inches long. It has a 3.58 inch sharpen length, and it weighs 9.45 ounces. Are you smelling what I'm stepping in? It has some serious weight to it. And check this out. Oh, it does come with this lanyard pre-installed, a little adjustable lanyard. So if you like lanyards, and you know, with a knife like this, depending on what you're using it for, if you're using it maybe to crack open or split some wood or something, or whatever you'd be doing with this knife, I think it's cool just to have in a collection just because of the look. And by the way, look at this. It has very cool frag pattern. It's not sharp frag. It gives you just the right amount of grip. And this is what's cool. There's two more things I haven't shown you. First of all, you could put something on the inside. The whole inside, I can't even show you without backing out here. The whole inside is hollow. So you can put a fire starter or a ferro rod in the back of here. And then if you look at the back of the spine, check this out. This is all rounded off, but they have this nice, flat, sharp edge for a ferro rod. It doesn't come with one, but you could pop a ferro rod or any kind of other, like, you know, just for emergency type deal to start a fire in the back of here. And it does have an O-ring, so it is sealed. If you put a little, you know, there's little packs you can buy of that dry stuff, lint type stuff that lights up easy with the spark. So I think that is really cool. This is very unique. I've never seen anything like this where the entire thing is one solid piece and it's not like a full tang with scales on the outside. That is very cool. And these run, they're 15% off, and these run for this giant solid piece of 50 CR. These are running $93. So there are the new knives that are on sale for O-Buy's first anniversary sale. I hope you enjoyed checking out all this cool stuff. And you know, we'll talk about it on the live streams. Definitely come Friday nights. If you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified a half an hour before the live stream, because we do giveaways and we have a lot of fun. Stop by. I won't have to tell you about it right now, but let me know what you think about all these knives. Tell me in the comments. Do you like this one? Do you like those? Do you like these? What do you think? I think these are all unique in their own way, and I'm really enjoying them. So go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you in the comments of this video or the live streams or the Hive stream on Friday night, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.